I'm just going to take it in for a moment. I'm honored. Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, David. I'm just honored to be here on this historic occasion. I was honored to be in the room when David Pye and NDOG Chapter presented their vision for International Year of Glass. I've been honored to be on the International Commission of Glass's commission and council while Alicia Duran organized the amazing amount of work it took to do this internationally. I'm honored to be on the organizing council for the North American region under the chairmanship of NDOG Chapter, Professor Chowdhury. I'm honored to be on the fundraising committee with Professor Arun Varshnaya. I'm honored to be working on the program with Professor Kathleen Richardson. As you say, Arun, talk about standing on the shoulders of giants. If you would, David, Arun, Kathleen, Alicia, NDOG, can you all please stand up and face the audience? So you think about it, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I'm not a glass scientist. I just play one on TV. Yeah, so I'm not going to present a technical talk today. Glass gets under your skin. I've been in this industry for a dozen years now, and the people that I've met are really something quite remarkable. It's quite a family, and although I may be leaving it sometime, I know it'll be carried on in good hands. So to mark this occasion, if there was ever a time in which somebody gave an homage to manufacturing, to a manufacturing industry, this would be the occasion. I know that's not a usual thing to give an homage to manufacturing industry, but today I'm going to present you with a love letter to American glass manufacturing. Here we go. Okay. American glass manufacturing, how I love thee. Let me count the ways. I have loved you since you made the glass inkwell used at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To the day man viewed the earth through the glass ports of our spaceships. You have been the colorful threads in the fabric of this nation since the earliest days. I watched in wonder when you made flat glass in the late 1800s as American workmen and boys blew cylinders of glass by hand to then cut them and bend them flat. As teams of men cast molten glass into a mold and rolled it flat by hand, seeing the brute strength it took to push the glass into the annealer and the patience to polish the glass. American glass was forged in the heat and hazards of the earliest dawning of the Industrial Revolution. American glass manufacturers, you brought your skills across the oceans from the homelands of your forefathers on the promise of a new life. The peerless drive and ingenuity of the American spirit swept American glass manufacturing into the modern age. The American dream is mirrored in the success of Michael J. Owens, who started as a shop boy and in the early 1890s created a machine to automate the process of making light bulbs. A few years later, he updated the machine to produce glass bottles. Glass manufacturing would never be the same. Owen's machine revolutionized glass manufacturing. American glass manufacturing has grown to a $21 billion industry in America, employing 85,000 workers. In a similar fashion, the invention of the process of floating molten glass on the surface of molten tin in a controlled atmosphere catapulted flat glass manufacturing into the modern era. The world watched as modern American processes for producing fiberglass created a large industry, making glass fiber insulation, fabrics, roofing, and other products. The advent of the process of using ion exchange to chemically strengthen glass led the way to durable electronic devices such as this Apple iPhone in a Corning Incorporated Gorilla Glass drop test. It's astonishing the speed with which strengthened glass has transformed our lives. Gorilla Glass has been designed in more than 8 billion devices by more than 45 major brands. There are many stories in the remarkable history of the United States of America. None better than those of the American glass manufacturing companies. Large American glass manufacturing companies are the powerhouse of the world, supporting every facet of modern life. These American industrial giants employ tens of thousands and are a major contributor to the gross domestic product. The 11 remarkable American companies shown here account for several tens of billions of dollars in annual glass sales. There. American society, in fact the world, owes a debt of gratitude to myriad smaller American glass manufacturing companies who contribute innovations and services to smaller niche needs, like laboratory glass, light lenses, art, decor, small batch industrial uses, and even our children's favorite cat's eye marbles. The shelves of the world are stocked with the products of American glass manufacturing. Industry, technology, indeed our very quality of life is made possible by products of American glass factories. It's undeniable that many of the world's greatest inventions come from the vision and the effort of American inventors. Said Thomas Edison, shown here with an early light bulb, invention is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I think the International Year of Glass is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That revolutionary invention has enabled us to light our cities and see our cities from space. When American glass invention powerhouse Corning cast the Pyrex disc for the 200-inch Mount Palomar telescope, it was the largest cast glass item in the world, an achievement that allowed astronomers to see the furthest reaches of the universe. Internet communication, the foundation of our global society, is made possible by optical fibers. In 1970, Corning won the race to fabricate the first ultra-thin, low-loss optical fibers by implementing a chemical vapor deposition process. Modern communications and data information technologies are enabled by these hair-thin strands of glass that can carry light over hundreds of miles before needing signal amplification. Over 312 million miles of communication glass optical fiber are manufactured each year. The use of glass for architecture has allowed us to transform our environment into living spaces full of light and warmth, as well as efficient and attractive workspaces. American glass manufacturing enables modern transportation. American glass inventions have also transformed medicine, saving countless lives. In the EpiPen from Saxon Glass Technologies, epinephrine is contained in a sodium borosilicate glass cartridge, reducing failure rates from 10% to non-existent. American inventor Larry Hench developed the first bioactive glass. These incredible glasses chemically interact with body tissues and can stimulate astonishing wound healing and bone regeneration. Pictured here is a tube of toothpaste containing the original BioGlass 45S5 compound, signed by Professor Hench and by Delbert E. Day, inventor of the radiotherapeutic glass microspheres. All the potential uses for Corning's revolutionary, ultra-thin, conformable, and flexible willow glass may be beyond our current imagination, but are sure to shape the future. And some uses of glass stand the test of time. Americans consume an estimated 6.3 billion gallons of beer a year. American container glass manufacturing companies sell billions of dollars of products to a thirsty world. OI alone accounts for $6.1 billion of glass container sales. The United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals provide a roadmap for ending poverty and improving health and education, reducing inequality, and spurring economic growth, all while tackling climate change and working to preserve our oceans and forests. These worthy goals are profoundly supported by glass products and the glass manufacturing industry's commitment to sustainability. The many insulation fiberglass products of companies like Owens Corning and Johns Manville help to lower our carbon footprint. Owen Corning's Windstrand 4000 fiberglass fabric is tailor-made for wind turbines. Solar power, an American innovation, is a rapidly growing sustainable energy source. Over 27 American companies make solar panels. And let us not forget that glass is one of the few materials that can be recycled endlessly. OI uses an average of 38% post-consumer recycled glass in their glass bottles and jars. This is American glass manufacturing. You are found on postcards of the Chicago skyline over Lake Michigan, under the marquee lights on Broadway. In the dust-covered cab of a John Deere harvesting beans. Loading lumber and John's Mill insulation into the beat-up bed of a Ford pickup. In the family minivan, dropping the girls off at the mall. I am your son, America. My mother speaking Spanish, Italian, Yiddish, and Chinese, serving big bowls of noodles from the old family recipe. You are the inventor of assembly lines and personal computers, cell phones, television, and social media. Your cities and factories illuminated by Edison's invention, I watch your rocket's contrails racing into space, leaving footprints on the moon. American glass manufacturing, I delight in your brash energy, your breakneck pursuit of opportunity. You cannot be denied, for you are the great engine of industry and enterprise. Your fire is stoked by the fuel of relentless streams, a cauldron blending myriad tongues and colors into a brash, strutting, unstoppable parade. I march with you, American glass manufacturing, down the streets of dreams to the promise of tomorrow. Thank you.